Hey, what is up, everybody? Yes, I returned to your phone, your computer, your TV, your tablet, your laptop. I don't know what you are watching me on at this very moment. I think I was on a smart fridge for some reason. But welcome back. It's me, it's Malcolm, and today, ladies and gentlemen, gays, theys, whatever you identify as, this isn't going to be like a deep dive, any kind of video. Um, it's going to be more of a response slash reaction to something that was posted on Twitter by Dustin Daly, which I found interesting. And I actually went to go find the comment myself. And I actually wanted to read some comments from my other video about Spill Sesh because I kind of was vibing with everything I had to say. I liked the conversation that was going on, and I really appreciate everybody that had some input. So I was gonna read some comments from my other video about Spill Sesh because a lot of people brought up some good points. But today, for those that don't really follow on Twitter or follow me on Twitter, I noticed on Twitter Dustin Daly kind of caught that Spill Sesh responded under her face reveal video to someone calling Manny MUA out for him supporting James Charles. Now, let me just say this comment that I'm going to read talks about how Manny MUA is also like James Charles and interacted with minors inappropriately. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think that's true. The only person that I know in this whole equation, besides Colleen Ballinger, that has been inappropriate with kids, has been James Charles. So, I'm not fully agreeing with this person when I read this quote, but I do agree that, James Charles is being enabled and, all these people keep supporting him like Manny MUA. That's the part that I agree with. So I wanted to get that part out the way. So let's just get into it. So thanks Dustin Daly for kind of posting this because I did not know about it until I went and looked myself. So somebody comment under Spill Sesh's video saying the following. It was about 20 hours ago from me seeing the 20 hours ago from me screenshotting this, which was this morning, so about a day ago. This person said, "I've watched you for a long time, but not anymore. Your voice has changed and is now less recognizable than your face, and the friendships are leaking the sewage pipes. Manny dates underage children," which I don't think that's true. I didn't hear about that, but just want to say I'm not agreeing with that part. And protects other predators, like James Charles. Sorry, but ill. No, I have a child and I'm uncomfortable supporting people who enjoy dating children and those in support of people who date children. Now, again, I have not seen anything about Manny MUA like messing around with minors. I don't know what they're talking about, but the whole protecting predator thing, yes, Manny MUA is very, very chummy, friendly with James Charles. We're going to get into if they're friends or not because Spill Sesh is claiming that they aren't as close as we think. So she responds and says, "Huh? Underage children? I've not heard that about Manny. I don't support James or Colleen, but you'll support a friend of James and Colleen. Anyway." And as far as I know from conversations, he isn't close with them like everyone assumes. Okay. I had him in my video to tie it back to the beginning of the channel. None of my actual friends are influencers at all. And that was really interesting. And I kind of said this on Twitter too. So she's saying none of my actual friends are influencers at all. So bear with me here. So she's basically saying that Manny MUA isn't her friend, even though she was he and all up in that face reveal video, right? So my next question to this is, okay, so what the hell was the point of having Manny MUA in your video? I think that's the main question for me now, is because it just goes back to one of my points in my video that I made before, where I was just kind of like, she seems like she cares about the status, and I I don't know, it just comes off like, again, like I mentioned Mean Girls in my last video about this, and it just comes off like mean girly. Not again, not saying Spill Sesh is a mean girl. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, it just seems like she really cares about the status or like having someone with a lot of subscribers in her video, because I don't know if I said this, but I was thinking it. You know, Adam McIntyre said it. You know, a lot of people have said, you know, if Morgan Adams was in this video, that would have been amazing, right? That would have been just the perfect way to both debunk the rumors and both just kind of have like a good iconic moment. And it just feels like that moment was definitely missed. Out of all the people to have in your video, if you were going to have anyone, you probably picked one of the worst people to do it with, because as someone that follows commentary and drama, a lot of her fans aren't dumb, and a lot of her fans definitely know what's going on. So it kind of feels like that comment right there, which is kind of like a how do you say it? Like a very backhanded like statement to all the people that have seen Manny MUA like defend James Charles, which, by the way, for those that want to say Manny MUA and James Charles are not friends, I'll never forget in Peter Mon's video, and he said it more than once, when Peter Mon called out Manny MUA for supporting James Charles and all this stuff and being friendly with him. Manny MUA told him that if the people really knew James Charles, you would know he wasn't like that. And influencers don't do that for other influencers. Friends do that for other friends. And I'm not really a makeup person. The only makeup I've ever messed with is theater makeup when I was on stage doing plays. I remember when Manny MUA got called out for the review of the painted tubes, whatever you want to call it. Is it like a painted palette? I'm not exactly sure exactly what it was called or what it's called. But it was like this brown color that was like really cracky and like looked really bad. And apparently Manny MUA never doubles down on his makeup reviews when he says something is good, when a lot of people say it's bad. So out of all people to double down on, he doubled down on the James Charles product, saying that, oh no, guys, I have Villalago and that's why it looks like that. And people were just not buying it. So again, influencers don't really do that for people. Friends do that for friends. So I think I'm gonna read her other part of this conversation in a bit, but I just had to talk about that because at the end of the day, to me, you can't convince me otherwise. Manny MUA and James Charles are friends. And it has been said in enough videos, it has been said enough online, and if it wasn't true, Manny MUA should have definitely come out by now and said, hey, it's not true, we're just business partners. But he's not going to say that. And let's not forget, he was in that PR video and whatnot, and he was so happy to get that PR package. And I'm probably remembering it wrong, but I do remember that, you know, he was so happy to do a review of James Charles Painted. I'm just saying, friends look out for friends. At the end of the day, they're not just influencers being influencers, unless they all hate each other behind the scenes, which, again, that wouldn't surprise me. So we're gonna move on, and then we're gonna move on to the second part of this conversation, where the person actually responded to Spill Sesh and said, if someone I hung out with, collaborated with, or spoke to was caught with kids / supporting those who like kids, I would distance myself from them immediately with no second chances. I fully agree with that. It speaks volumes about a person's character to support such people. There are no excuses. You like kids, or people who like kids, blacklisted. People are worth more than money. And that she added Spill Sesh, even though it was under the same thread. I don't know. So Spill Sesh then concludes and says, I'm not here to air out other people's conversations that they've had with people that they are assumed to be friends with, but from what I know, the friendships in everyone's heads are assumptions. You ever just look at something and like you want to laugh because you think it's like a parody, and then you like look at it and then you're like, are you sure about that? This is kind of like my reaction to that statement. So you mean to tell me all these thousands of people online, the people calling you out, all that good stuff, it's just in everyone's heads that Manny MUA and James Charles are friends, and Manny MUA is friendly with Colleen Ballinger. Of Colleen Ballinger, I said this in my previous video. So you had Manny MUA this whole time, and you never even asked him once, even in a joking way, by the way. Didn't even ask him once about him deleting his podcast about Colleen Ballinger. Hmm. Just think that's interesting. Just think that's interesting. No, but like seriously, I know why she responded to this. It's because it's one of those comments that like it's half true. So she picked on the part about Manny MUA like being involved with kids to like have this ledge to stand on. But this is why it feels so calculated, and this is just again my personal opinion. There are so many other comments above and below this comment because like again, if you just sort to newest, you can see all these people saying that Manny MUA, why are you with Manny MUA? This isn't it. Manny MUA protects James Charles. This isn't it. How like why are you supporting a predator protector? This isn't it. But out of all those comments, and even some videos, I'm guessing, because I wasn't the only one that made a video, obviously. So out of all that, you decide to respond to this comment where you're defending Manny MUA for something that I don't think is real. But you have all the other comments, all these other videos calling you out for your hypocrisy, and you stay mouse quiet on that, right? I I don't know. I don't know. I just think that's a little bit calculated. Sorry. um, if you can't tell, I'm really chill today. It's really like for me, like it's just kind of like, okay, well, this isn't a surprising response, but I feel like a lot of people did have a lot of opinions about Spill Sesh, which I think are fair. So I'm gonna read some comments that I had from my video and just kind of respond to some because I thought everybody had some good points. And the first comment I saw, and this was from 2 days ago, from Mari. So hello Mari, how are you? Says, I started to like Manny until I seen how he seems to be friends with other people that can benefit him, and I'll stay friends with them no matter their reputation, as long as he can still gain followers and having that connection. I of course mean Manny's support James is a big issue, and I can't support someone that co-signs that kind of behavior. I think it's hypocritical because Spill Sesh has made videos, so I've heard. I've never been a close viewer of her channel, which is fair. Calling out James Charles and making it clear she doesn't agree with his actions. But you're good buddies with someone who is friends with James? Let's not forget, she said her real friends aren't influencers. Girl, it don't make sense and it gives you a bad look. Also, she seems to care about the famous side of it and getting to go to parties and all this kind of stuff. I understand wanting your YouTube channel to be successful, but chasing the rest doesn't seem to be worth it or enjoyable to me. And I fully agree. So, for those that are new to this channel, one of the first commentary channels, the first commentary videos I have made in the commentary realm was about Tana Mojo, right? And this was when she was, having microaggressions, being racist language, all that good stuff, right? I would never, even though a lot of people want to say Tana's changed, it's gotten better, whatever, I would never, ever have Tana Mojo in a video with me. Are you kidding me? So this whole full circle moment that Spill Sesh was like talking about, saying, oh, Manny MUA is my first video, that's where I really wanted him. But if you watch as much YouTube as you say, Spill Sesh, and I guess I'm talking to her directly, even though she doesn't watch my videos, trust. So out of all the YouTube videos that you claim to have watched because you look for inspiration all the time, you didn't see one video calling out Manny MUA for openly supporting James Charles, and you still decided to do a video with him? I don't know. I think that's weird. I think that's irresponsible of your channel, to be perfectly honest with you. Who do we have here? I'm not really doing any cuts today, guys. I have to work a little bit later, so I really don't have time to edit. So you're just getting what you get today. But I hope you're doing well today. This one says from Angelic Whore. Angelic Whore. I like the name. Anyway, she says, I'm not gonna lie, I am not surprised about her face reveal video. She just showed what kind of person she is, and to those who aren't manipulated or wearing colored shades, they can see that they can see how they aren't self-aware and have a lack of empathy. You know, I would rather her dive into her desire to make that channel and be real with people about how she got there and why she chose to be anonymous for so long. But to make a video that is supposed to be personal and make it a collab, it's just weird. And her video didn't come off as really getting to know her personally, but seeing her egotistical, sympathetic side. Not my cup of tea, pun intended. Hope the fame is worth it, lol. If my opinion upsets you, sorry, it's just how I feel. You don't have to agree, but please try not to be rude or leave negative comments, because that is a terrible habit and a personality trait to carry with you. I don't know if this is directed towards me, but like your comments definitely welcome here. I really don't delete comments unless they're racist, obviously. But that's kind of like the only comments I really delete. I really don't delete comments unless like they are legitimately harassing me or are of course racist. But that's pretty much it. If you disagree with me, then you disagree with me. One of my key things I used to say in videos, and I need to start saying a little bit more, is I always welcome you, for anybody that's watching, to come to your own conclusions. If you think that this is a reach, feel free to say that, you know, oh, this whole subject is a reach. You are free to do that. I'm not gonna like really fight you about it. As long as you like come polite and like come, you know, I'm not gonna say come correct. I'm just gonna say, like, you know, as long as we have a healthy conversation, I don't mind. And I hope people in my comment section from here on out also welcome those kind of conversations. Because I'm not really a fan of one-sided debates, because I feel like the conversation just kind of goes nowhere with that. But if the conversation can go back and forth in a healthy way, I am okay with that. Then we got this comment right here from No One. I guess their name is No One. Hello, No One. Says, I'm not surprised she's friends with Manny or about her background. She covers most drama topics and gives good, concise summaries of things, but she's always been a fence sitter and never really gives strong opinions. She always phrases things like, some people are saying X, Y, X instead of I think X, Y, and X, or will say what other people think and follow up with, I don't know what do you think, I don't know what to think, you guys, what do you think? I agree and disagree, but only for one reason. When it comes to serious allegations like James Charles and what Colin Ballinger have done in the past, it's kind of hard to be like on the fence about that. Either you're okay with it or you're not. Now, if you want to say she's just giving out the facts and giving out other people's opinions, I see what you're saying. But then again, if you follow the commentary as she says she does, again, why the hell is Manny MUA in your video if you see all the people talking about how problematic it is that he supports James Charles, you know? And I think that's kind of where my point kind of goes back to, where she basically said that Manny MUA out loud isn't her friend. So it's just like, okay, besides this whole full circle moment thing, which I don't know, besides that, it's just like it doesn't make sense. So I guess that's why I just have more questions about this, I guess. Um, we have NMR23 who says speculation, but I think it's becoming clear that she has been friends with these influencers slash they've known her identity for a long time. Her videos on people such as James Charles, Jeffree Star, etc. have always struck me as being way too impartial, to the point where they border on supporting them. And she even somewhat promotes their brands and products at times. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's been in cahoots with these people behind the scenes for a while. And that's kind of like the big, I guess the big issue here. I guess I didn't say it in my other video, unless I did and I just forgot. But that's kind of the big issue here, is just like, okay, you're willing to have someone that openly supports James Charles. Screw the friendship thing. He openly supports James Charles and even defended his product, even though a lot of people said that the product was cracked, it was bad, all that stuff, right? So you're having someone that defends. Also, wait, hold on, pause. Wasn't James Charles just recently laughing in a video with Lipstick Nick about how he lied to his fans about a product and said it was ugly while already getting the money from that product and from selling that product and getting that collab with Morphe? Just saying. I'm just saying. As far as like being in cahoots behind the scenes for a while, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. The influencer world is so fake, bro. Like, how do I say it? There have been in it like content creators that I've interacted with. I'm not gonna say who. That when I saw the real them, I want to say I was surprised, but I wasn't. It was just more so disappointing than anything. It was just kind of like, okay, so like, yeah, I probably got like one shout out from Swoop, or I was in like one of Swoop's videos. I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. But like, if the next day Swoop turned out to be a bad person, then it's just kind of like, you know, I don't think she is though. But I'm just saying, like, nothing surprises me anymore. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. I don't know if it's me about to be 30. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Yeah. So this one is from Jim 867, who says, "Amen, Malcolm. Once again, another mask falls. I've only stayed sub to see if she'd address it, but of course she hasn't until today." Or yesterday. I have nothing to say to just do. Unsubscribe because I don't support people who support predators. That's perfectly fine. I love that. I love that. Good for you. That is my personal philosophy, and I have the power to take action myself. Yeah, I really like this. I really like this take. Sad, but it's not okay for me to support people who support predator protectors. End of the story for me. But I'm disappointed AF in her. Oh, yeah. Disappointed as F in her. But she won't get hate for me, which, again, I don't think anybody should be giving her hate. I think if you are upset about the collaboration and want to call her out for collabing with Manny MUA, I don't see a problem with that. As long as you, like, again, critiquing fairly, I think that's fine. Yeah. She'll get nothing from me moving forward. She should have done it with Morgan Adams to kill the conspiracy theories. Exactly. Duh. Manny has been in the beauty influencer world. Manny is. Oh, I just got it. Manny has been in the beauty influencer world. Not being cruel, but no one is what they were since the pandemic, which I have not made a video about this, but it is so true. Ever since the pandemic, it just feels like the relatable influencer like trend. It feels like a trend now. Like the relatable influencer like era is over because it's all like deceptive marketing now. And again, it just feels like a trend because like a lot of influencers are like taking sponsorships and like not really fully believing the product. Again, I haven't made a video about this, but I kind of made a semi video about this with HelloFresh. So if you have not seen my video about HelloFresh and the disappearance of their sponsorships, you should definitely check out that video, because it was a good conversation that was over there. The industry and the economy sucks. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We can't trust their opinions about anything anymore other than their actions, so I'm out. And again, just want to remind you that James Charles was laughing on video about a palette that he lied about. Then the last comment that I saw, this one's also pretty long, from Yoraz16? Yorat? Oh, is it Yoraz16? Oh, your ass. Haha. Says, it was a disappointment. I thought she did quality work. Then I saw the video. I thought it could have been done in another way and she would have been fine. Then I was thinking maybe it was good that she did this with him. This is just my opinion. At first it was disappointing, but I didn't unsubscribe right away. It did take me hearing that she is friends with Manny and what I call the Private Protector clique of friends, where I think it is a group of toxic influencers that stick together and back each other up when they do or say something toxic. Which, it wouldn't surprise me if like problematic people stuck together. Because you have like Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, and like they're always in videos together, it seems now. When's the last time Shane Dawson has like done a collab with like another YouTuber, you know? So I definitely see the whole clique of like, you know, all these problematic people staying together. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. If she is friends with that group of influencers that I would never trust, then how can I trust her reporting? It is a shame. I'm not saying she is a bad person herself. I'm not either. I don't think she's a bad person. I just think she made a bad choice, if that makes sense. But how do you... I'm not saying she's a bad person herself, but how do we know she's not being manipulated behind the scenes? My point is, I just don't feel comfortable with watching her content anymore. And that is, I feel, a fair response. Didn't really call her out of her name, all that stuff, right? I guess the conclusion for me, because this video is going about 30 minutes and I'm trying not to do hour-long videos anymore because it's tiring for me and I know it's tiring for you guys. I see your watch times, guys. Trust me. It's fine. I'm really not offended. Trust me. I guess in conclusion for me, I feel like this doubling down and I guess the acting oblivious is starting to, I guess rub me the wrong way, because it's just like, you've covered this stuff. You know what this stuff is and you know what's going on. But now it's, behind the scenes, people don't know everything. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's a bad move, man. At the end of the day, you know, I'm only one person with a mic, but like at the end of the day, I feel the people's voices matter, which is why I read comments and kind of let them speak for once. I usually used to do comment reading all the time when I was consistent back in the day, but I'm gonna start doing it again because I did like the conversation that was had. Some people didn't agree with me, and again, I'm not mad. It's my opinion on a public figure, because at the end of the day, Spill Sesh is a public figure. You know, so again, my personal opinion, it just feels like Spill Sesh is just another influencer. And I know that's probably going to upset some people, but I definitely feel like it's a fair critique from, you know, it just feels like she's starting to double down and try to act oblivious, like people don't know. But that's on her. If that's the pathway she wants to go with, then I don't know. That's on her, I guess. Once again, it is Malcolm. That's me. My lights are halfway off. That's why I just turned them off completely, because it's the middle of the day. I hope that everyone is doing well this week. I usually don't upload every day, but I've been feeling really motivated to just like talk about what's been on my mind. That's kind of what this video is. It's kind of like a rant, not really a rant, but more so just like I like the conversation that's happening here. So yeah, thanks for tuning in if you stayed this long. So once again, it is Malcolm. That's me. We don't have much else to say except I hope you have a good day. I wish you well. Happy holidays. I don't mean to rhyme. I wish you good health. And I will see you again next time.